John Bose here. I do a cooking show on Saturday nights, 5 o'clock. I want to welcome everyone to the cooking show. So a couple things. If you're not familiar with Blue Apron, every Monday night, Blue Apron sends me 3 recipes to pick from. We signed up for Blue Apron, and they're an organization that provides recipes for you. And what we've got for recipes this week was we had the pork chop, the grilled cheese, and the chicken strudel. So we have 3 recipes to pick from, which I'm really excited about. Every week I put the 3 recipes on my website, and you get to pick which recipe I'll cook by voting for them. And the winner of this week's recipe is the pork chop. So that means I'll be having the strudel tomorrow night for dinner and the grilled cheese probably for lunch. Starting next week, we're going to change the format a little bit. It won't just be me. There'll be 2 to 3 other people with me, and we'll be talking about different political topics. So if you are interested, go to my website, bose3.com, and sign up for the newsletter, and you will get an invite to that show. So let's get started. So we are going to cook pork chops tonight. Now, the reason I really like Blue Apron is they provide these great cards. On the front of the card is a description of the meal, and then they have all the ingredients. And the most important things about this is that, as you can see in front of me here, Blue Apron provides all the ingredients. So they provide all the produce, and they also provide the meat, a pork chop, 2 pork chops, center cut. Monday nights, I get my shipment. So if you tune in Monday night at 9 o'clock, you will see what I've got for the week. And then you can go to my website, bose3.com, and actually go to that site and vote on what I should cook. So like I said, this week we're cooking the pork chop. So in addition to the actual ingredients, they also have in the lower corner the description of the meal for preparation. So this serves 2 people. It is going to take about 10 minutes to prepare and 30 to 40 minutes to cook, and it is 615 calories. Most of the meals are about 700 calories, so this is a little bit low. So it's kind of good. So we're going to start by peeling our carrots. So I am cutting my carrots right now. As you know, Blue Apron provides all the ingredients you need. And the recipe that they gave me says that I'm supposed to cut my carrots and then cut them into 2 inches. So I quartered them. Now I'm cutting them into 2 inches. There we go. Next, we're going to do my scallions. So take my scallion. Already peeled it. So I'm supposed to mince these. We're going to mince these up. I am not a professional chef, as I've said many times. You can tell by my lack of skill with the knife. So I have minced up my shallots. And I'm going to put these aside. And then I'm supposed to boil some water. So give me 1 second while I go boil some water. So I put the pot of water on. I'm going to put a pinch of salt in there and bring that to a boil. Setting. Okay, so I've got the shallots done. I've got the garlic is next. And all I'm supposed to do with this is just crush it with the butt of the knife. There we go. There we go. Next up is the beet. They do a great job of providing produce. So they sent me a red beet that I'm going to peel. What Blue Apron said to do was put a cloth down, paper towel down, to protect the white cutting board from what I assume is going to be a very red stain. So I'm supposed to cut these into cubes, keeping my fingers against the blade. And so my beets are ready to go. Putting them aside. So we've got beets that are cut up, ready to go. We've got carrots cut up, ready to go. We've got our shallots cut up, ready to go. I've crushed my garlic and rough cut my walnuts. So I've got the water boiling. I'm going to add the beets. And that is going to cook for 20 minutes. Okay, so we're ready to start actually cooking now. So we're going to start by taking the carrots, and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. There we go. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. So the only thing that Blue Apron does not provide is olive oil and salt and pepper. Well, and adding the carrots. So this is Blue Apron recipe. Like I said, they provide the actual card and all the information you need. So I've added the carrots, 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm going to do 6 minutes. So the carrots are cooking, the beets are boiling. We're making great progress here. Now what I'm supposed to do is add a 1/4 cup of water. Okay, now I'm going to add salt and pepper. And then I'm supposed to check on the beets to see if they are getting soft. They still appear to be a little bit on the hard side. Okay, so I'm going to pull the carrots out. And then I'm going to wipe down the pan. And then add another 2 tablespoons of oil. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to salt and pepper them, both sides. So they gave us 2 pork chops here, center cuts, so there's no bone. So I've got the pork chops salt and peppered. I've got the 2 tablespoons of oil heating on medium-high. And I'm going to season the pork chops, and I'm going to cook them for 6 minutes on one side. So what's going to happen is when the beets come out, I'm going to drain off the water, and then I'm going to add some vinegar, and I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of the shallots and put them in a bowl. So like I said, they provided everything. They gave me the vinegar, and now I need 2 tablespoons of the shallots. And then I'm going to add the beets to that. So just mix that up a little bit. So I have no experience doing this, so I'm really so grateful to Blue Apron, because my girlfriend is working a 12-hour shift, so she went into work about 8 o'clock, and I'm sorry, 7 o'clock, so she will be getting off at 7, and she will be coming home to a freshly cooked meal, which I think is great. I'm going to add the beets to the mixture of vinegar and shallots. So these are doing great. There's 2 more minutes left on that. So I've got my beets, I've got my arugula, I've got my crushed walnuts, the carrots have been cooked, and I've got my garlic. Right now I am cooking the pork chop in a skillet with 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Nope, and we're down to 1 minute. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, so I'm adding the butter, the thyme, here's the thyme, forgot about you. And I'm going to move the pan around so that sauce gets all over the place. I'm going to do this for 5 minutes. So what I'm going to do is, once this is done, I'm going to pull the pork chop thin out, set them aside, and then I'm going to add the carrots, the arugula, and the beets with the walnuts in at the same time, and then cook that, the beets, the walnuts, and the carrots, and cook that for another 2 minutes. Then I'm going to take the heat off and add the arugula in, and wait for that to mature. Wilt. These look great. And then I gotta pull out the garlic. So we've got the beets, the carrots, the walnuts, the scallions, the vinegar in there, the thyme. So while that's happening, I'm going to take the pork chop and thinly slice it. I think this has turned out pretty well. So this is adding the beets and carrots. Another fabulous recipe from Blue Apron.